situation's perfect because all the leaves have fallen off the trees, so I can really see into that bedding area pretty well. I'm sitting in the same spot that 2 years ago I shot the 2 bucks. It was actually the first video on the channel. I've just consistently about 8:30 had does coming through here pretty much every single time I've sat here in the past 4 or 5 years, so we'll just chill out here probably until at least 11 o'clock or noon, and the wind's supposed to stay this way all day, so I might get down, pop to the parking lot, and then eat something and get back in. Just take like an hour break, but if the action's good, then we'll just sit here all day and get a little hungry, and that's alright. So I'm gonna sit back and hopefully a big boy comes on through.
Good morning, guys. I'm heading down to the same spot as yesterday. I'm gonna hop back to a spot I hunted, I think it was a few weeks ago now, maybe a couple weeks. But that's where I saw the chasing last time, before yesterday. So I think it was 2 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago Sunday that I was back there. And the wind is back to being in a perfect spot to be back there. And with it being day 2 of my rotation, I really just want to see kind of where action's happening and kind of hone in on that spot. And there's a camera back there. I got chasing in the morning and the evening in daylight yesterday. So I think it's just kind of more of the place to be. We got the chasing in the morning, but just nothing at night yesterday. So I'm gonna pop back there, and then we will, luckily back there I could see like 200-300 yards, and then we will go from there because I could see pretty much every direction real far out, and then may take the set down and kind of move closer to where the action's happening as the day goes on. It's pretty far back there, so I'm gonna take some snacks and plan on being back there all day, whether I sit in the same tree or kind of move trees back there, but I definitely plan on not coming back to the truck at any point. It's kind of that time of year, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the tree.
So finally had the first deer of the day walk by, and just a spike. But it is a good sign that they're cruising. It's like 9:30 now, so I've been up here for a while. My contact actually fell out a few minutes ago, which is fun. Luckily I was able to catch it and toss it back in. It's not all like dirty and stuff, but it wouldn't be a day of hunting if it wasn't for something going wrong. So it's probably the first of a few things, I would imagine. It usually always is that way. So but the days that dumb stuff like that happens always seem to be the days that you end up killing a deer. So I don't plan on getting down all day. With that guy cruising through at 9:30, I'd imagine that 10 to 2, especially with it being a full moon, is probably going to be a lot of the movement for bucks today. So I'm going to sit here all day. Got like another 6-7 hours to go, and yeah, sit back and see what walks by. Guys, it's November 17th. It's day 3 of my little rutcation. I actually just had a buck chase a doe through the river over here, like right where this creek bends. And last night, I didn't get to check in, but last night when I was at the parking lot, a few of the guys that come here quite a bit were there. And one of the guys, because I share information with him quite and am honest about what I'm seeing, he returns the favor. So he waited until everybody else left, and then he pulled me aside, and I guess he saw a giant that was within 100 yards of me. He thought for sure I was going to see it, but for whatever reason just couldn't. I don't know where he went, but yeah, he said the giant walked past like 4:30, walked past him at 100 yards, and was heading straight for me. It was like a half hour before last light, and I just never saw it. So I did get him on my trail cam. What I'm assuming was the deer that he saw, like 7:30, but it's also 2 hours afterwards, and he wasn't far from here, so I doubt it took him 2 hours to get through here. But there's deer in the area. There's still chasing, as I just saw. And that buck last night, he said the bigger buck was just cruising, looking for the next doe. So I think a lot of the does in here are starting to be bred, and now these bucks are really just looking for those last couple that need to get bred. So it leads to a lot more cruising, a lot more like start of the November timeframe stuff. Hopefully lockdown's kind of over, and we'll start to see a lot more deer. Wind's supposed to shift at like 9 or 10 o'clock, so that's what I'm gonna head in, and I'm gonna dive down in to this spot where I saw that buck and that doe go into, as long as they don't come back out, because that's also where that bigger buck last night was supposed to be. So I'm gonna sit here for a few hours and then pack everything up, eat a little lunch at the bottom of the tree, and then dive in for the evening into the bedding area and hopefully get in that bedroom.
long story short, no buck. You can tell I'm driving home now. There's no deer. From what I could tell, I called a buddy in to help me, and I'm not gonna go recording some of my friends if they're not into that kind of thing. He's really just a buddy that lives down there that we've hunted together hunted in the same area, kind of let each other know what's going on. Anyways, no buck. Wasn't gonna record with him being there. We grid searched for blood, petered out after 20 yards. It was spots at 20 yards. There's one tiny little like pool, maybe if you want to call it that, right at impact, but it looked like muscle blood from what we could tell. And I tried to rewatch some of the GoPro footage on the little GoPro screen and got it on my phone, and there's no it sounds like I hit a tree or something in the way, possibly. There's a little bit of limbs that maybe I could have clipped, I don't know. Again, the shot was 45 yards. I don't remember what I told you before. Shot was 45 yards. I was on the ground, so I actually felt more comfortable because you're just kind of standing there. I was able to stand up, pull my bow back just like I'm at the range, and sent what I thought was a perfect arrow, and it just didn't land perfect. I'm fairly certain I missed low, and with the way that I watched that buck run off, he looked completely fine. My first instinct when I shot was that I missed, because I heard it didn't hit, like there was no thud of it hitting him, and it sounded like it hit trees. So regardless, yeah, put in a ton of time, 7+ hours of looking. We grid searched. There ended up being 3 of us that grid searched, and I tracked it out. It was like 2 or 3 miles worth of walking through all the thickets that you could find in there, and there's really nowhere that buck could have been outside of him just being alive and not being in there. So with only 20 yards of blood and off the sounds that I heard after that shot, I really think I just hit underneath him. So I might have just given him a little haircut on the bottom and happened to skim a little bit of, give him a little cut, but I think he'll be fine. And what I'm gonna do, because I was able to get guys out there and really look for him and take the time, I'm gonna take tomorrow off. I think I just kind of need a break. Probably could have made better decisions, and I think some of that has to do with lack of sleep and some other stuff. So I'm gonna take tomorrow off, and then I'll get back after it on Tuesday. I'm gonna try to hunt that same area, see if I don't know, maybe can't see him or whatever it might be, but I'm gonna hunt that same area, but I'm gonna take tomorrow off. So I had a long drive home, just gonna chill out, and I'll let you guys know what I'm doing come Tuesday.